Welcome to your dynamic warm-up. Let's find some space to start moving. We will be starting with a nice knee grab into a quad pull. So staying tall, grabbing that knee towards your chest, and same leg goes right back to a quad pull. Staying nice and tall, keep that pelvis tucked under in the quad pull, chest high in the knee grab, marching your way down the room.
4 of these to do on each side of your body. Get ready for the turnaround. Now you're going to grab your heel and stretch your glute, go into a lunge. Once you've done that, go up to the next one, grab that heel, stretch the glute, go into a lunge, both arms over your head, get a good nice stretch through the hip flexors.
Sticking with the lunge, coming on a next little rotation over the front leg in your lunge, and then moving right into a nice side bend, opening that back hip flexor. Nice high knee march in between, into the next lunge, twist, side bend to open, up tall, and a nice twist over the front leg, keeping that front knee nice and stable. And finish with a nice side stretch here.
Now let's move into the inner thigh. You're going to face one direction, stretch into the adductors, do a foot pivot, and go to the other side. So your hips are going side to side, each side, and then a pivot over the leading leg. Switch to the opposite direction. Do 4 of these total.
Coming into a little hamstring sweeping. Just heel down, toe up. Trying to keep that leg fairly straight of the stretching leg. Nice little scoop down towards the leg of the leg that's stretching. Couple steps in between, little hamstring pull.
Good. Continue with the hamstrings. Turn it into a straight leg kick. Opposite hand and leg touching each other. Get that foot up high. Get a good strong hamstring stretch.
Moving right into a little cross stretch, so sticking with those hamstrings still. Crossing one leg over, reaching down. Nice, Matt. You had a little ballerina.
That was lovely.
Yes.
Yeah. Keep your hips going backwards in these, so you're trying to push your hips back as you go. Let's get down on the ground now. And we're going to go flip-flops from left to right. So the knees are bent at 90 degrees. You're pushing from left to right. We do 4 of those, and now we push up into a thrust. So we're going to get the hips up and forward, up over those knees. If your knees aren't comfortable, just stay down and do the flip-flops. Otherwise, you're going side to side, rotating the hips and pelvis and spine.
Coming right into a little butt wiggling. Lifting those hips up as you scoot yourself forward. Core stays tight and that chest stays
look at my rhythm.
up.
It's awesome rhythm.
Going forward 6 and back 6.
Now we go up onto your back. We're going to bend the knee up and over. So we're doing a spine stretch. We're going to do this with a bent knee and hip for the first 4 of these, and then we're going to switch it over and start doing straight legs. So we're going to stretch that hamstring all the way out now. So the knee is straightened, 2 more on each side. Finish those up, and we flip over onto our stomachs.
Coming into a little scorpion onto the stomach. Keep the belly button in a little bit, and now we're just going to come up and around to a little extension of the spine. Let's keep the leg bent a bit as you wrap it around up towards that other hand.
Coming up into a little down dog where we pump those heels, get a nice calf and hamstring stretch, keep your back as flat as you can. Go straight up into one leg, kicks up into the air, and then an opposite arm reach. So the knee is going to go to your opposite elbow. Let's do 4 of those on each side. Switch to the other side. Big, strong extension, and then the knee drives up and across towards the opposite elbow. 3, 4, and now we walk our hands up.
Into a little standing spinal twist, straightening the right leg and twisting towards the right, bending the right, straightening the left, and twisting up towards the sky. Really getting a nice, good rotation as you reach your hand towards the ceiling and your gaze follows that hand. Getting about 4 per side here.
And we just stand up. We have a really gentle just spine rotation twist here. A little bit of a Tai Chi, kind of loosen the spine, let the hips and pelvis rotate. And then going straight into hip swings. These hip swings are really just pendular. We're going to do 10 on each side. If you need a little support to stay steady like I do, you hang onto the wall. If you don't, you're doing the free form that Becca's doing, always using your opposite arm to counterbalance the movement. If this feels natural to roll up onto your toes, just let that happen. Should be a light hamstring stretch and a little bit of a flick of the leg behind your body, almost up towards your bum sometimes.
And you should feel warm. Welcome to Core and Hips Week 1, starting on our backs in a dead bug position. Opposite arm and leg, 1, 2, 3.
Keep your core engaged.
4, 5, 6.
Only as far as you can go comfortably.
7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Flipping over for a regular plank position on your forearms. Holding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Keep your core engaged and the knees slightly bent in this position.
Adding a leg lift. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turning on your side for a regular side plank.
Keep your hips level, feet stacked on top of each other, toes pulled up in the top of the shoe, core engaged. Keep everything in one straight line.
Switching sides.
Try not to let the pelvis lean forward or back. Imagine you had your back up against a wall, you'd be in the same plane as the wall.
Finishing side plank here, moving into all fours, hip circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Curling bird dog, pulling together and extending out. 1, 2.
Not too big of an arch in the back, just a long leg and a long hand position. Get as far away as possible.
Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Setting up for some Amsterdam glutes. One leg straight back, big leg straight raises. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Mini straight leg raises at the top. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big fire hydrants out wide. 2, 3,
Nice flat back.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And hold at the top. Mini ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We add the kick. It comes out, kick, back in, and kick. 3, 4, 5, 6,
Keep the knee up.
8, 9, and 10. Switching sides. Big straight leg raise. 2, 3,
Just in the range you've got.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got mini at the top. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big fire hydrants out wide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And hold it at the top. Mini ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And hold and kick. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're almost there. We got bridges flipping onto your back. Finishing it out here. Raising up. 2, 3, 4.
Movement through your hips, not through your back. Try and do it through the hips. Keep the glutes engaged at the top of the movement.
8, 9, and 10.
Well done.
Well done. Welcome to your strength circuit on week 1. We will be starting with some body weight squats. You've got 1 minute per exercise here. Shake it out. Get ready. And we're off.
So remember, when we're doing these squats, we're just sitting back like we're on a chair with a nice straight spine and the chest is up. Arms can reach out as a counterbalance, or you can do what Becca's doing and do the little pec squeeze. All of those will just keep you in a good stable position for your spine. Make sure you keep your knees over your toes. Have your feet turned out ever so slightly so that it's comfortable for your hips. And you should feel like the bottom of the squat has a lot of glute and a little bit of quad in it.
Keeping that chest up as you squat down. Little side view here on the squat. Back stays kind of as flat as you can as you come down. If you find yourself kind of dumping at the bottom, don't go quite so low in your squat. That core just stays engaged. And knees are staying right out over those toes, not collapsing in together.
Pick a rhythm that works for you. You can follow the rhythm that we're doing exactly, or you can find if you want to go a little quicker or you want to go even more slowly and more deliberate, but stay on the same rhythm.
Finishing up here in the bodyweight squats, we'll move into reverse lunge next, stepping back and right up to a high knee. That same leg will work over and over, so you're on that right side, stepping back with the left leg.
30 seconds into this, we will change and we'll switch over to the other leg. But have a look at the variations that we've got on this. I'm doing a little grab, Becca's doing the free form stuff. You choose whichever one of those works best for you.
Just finding that glute on that standing leg at the top, being nice and tall and squeezing. Go ahead and switch sides here, working on that left leg now. Right leg's going back in the lunge and coming up high.
Keep your body nice and vertical when you're down in the lunge. I'm leaning a little bit too far forward, but I should be a bit more vertical at the bottom of that like Becca is. We're trying to keep a nice upright trunk in this position so that we can work the glutes through a bigger range.
Matt just has some work to do here on this reverse lunge.
Let's not answer that. Keep going in the lunge here. Make sure that you get plenty of height and you get that knee up above the hip as well.
Moving on into a little JJ push-up, jumping jack push-up, all the way down, clapping overhead, and then pushing up nice and strong, really focusing on that body, trying to go down in a nice plank and come up in that same straight plank.
Try and get the idea that chest and pelvis are leaving the surface at exactly the same time, so there's no arch in your back, no turning into a banana in this situation. Remember that if you've got a little bit of a crappy shoulder and you don't like doing push-ups, then you can do the variation that Becca's just about to show here in a second, which is she goes to her knees.
What timing you have.
Oh, it's perfect.
Amazing.
I know, it's all about rhythm.
Yeah.
Keeping going with the JJs here.
These JJ push-ups don't need to be done at a high speed, nice and slow and controlled, getting a good clap overhead, prepping yourself to come up into a nice strong position at the top.
These are all about the transition of stability, meaning turn it on, turn it off, which is really what running's all about, right? Getting on and off the ground and having control of those two transitions.
Finishing up here with the push-ups, moving on to a little runner's touch, so getting some balance work going. Reaching down towards that ground, keeping the back flat and up to a high knee. Again, we'll work on the same side for the first 30 seconds before we switch sides.
Same rules apply as they would for the squat. We're keeping a nice flat back and we're working the hips. But remember that this has also got quite a bit of balance in it. So if you need to either use the ground to give you some support when you get down, or maybe sidle yourself up next to a chair or a wall to give yourself a little stability, that's okay too, especially if you're old.
Like this old man here. As always, just remembering to draw the belly button up and in towards the spine a little bit to have some core control. And again, the glute really working on that standing leg on the way down and up.
We switched legs, didn't we?
We did switch legs.
Yeah. I hope you switched legs too if you were watching the video, but switch onto your other leg if you haven't quickly and get the last 20 seconds here or so on the other side. We're always going to be working about 30 seconds on one limb and then we'll switch over to the other leg for the remaining 30 seconds for these particular exercises. Here we are coming up to the transition, getting ready to do
a little lateral lunge. Stepping out to the side, sitting back in that chair as you step down on that leg and keeping that knee right behind the toe and in line with the knee. To knee in line with the toe.
You're all
Jeez,
in line.
Matt.
You are so in line. That's good. So go to the height that you can do. As you might notice, man with stiff hips doesn't go quite as deep as young lady with more flexible hips. So take the range that you can work with, work on it. It should be, this is the last of the exercises, it should be that you're really starting to kind of burn in the hips and burn in the quads now. This is getting ready for the last of all your circuits today.
And just as the same with the squat, trying to keep that chest up a little bit as you sit down into that lateral lunge. Core just engaged, finishing up here, nice and strong.
Keep the same rhythm to finish it up. A few more reps.
Slight burn, hopefully.
And 1, 2, and this is the last one. Nice work.
Woohoo! Welcome to your Tabata and week 1. We've got 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 4 exercises, 2 rounds. Here we go. Get yourself ready. And you're off. High knees are first. Staying nice and tall. I've got the high knees quick going. Matt's got the high knee a little bit modification slower going.
The quality's much better in mine.
Yeah,
the range
right.
is better. The knees are up to the chest. I look like an athlete. She looks like she's having some sort of epileptic fit. Get ready for a change.
You are in your rest. 10 seconds
period.
off.
Okay, get into the plank position.
Here we go. Mountain climbers are up. And hit it. 20 seconds on mountain climbers.
At a pace that works for you, you can go rapid fire. If you go rapid fire, your spine will come up a little bit. Try and keep it as low as you can. If you're a little slower, you definitely want to keep your hips down. We're past the halfway point.
You got it. You got 4 seconds left. In 3, 2, 1. Rest time. 10 seconds off to just shake it out. Reset yourself. You've got split lunge jumps coming up here. 2, 1. Here we go. Split lunge jumps. And again, I'm doing a little bit of a jump. If you'd like to not jump, you can see what Matt is just stepping back and up in a nice controlled position.
So if you've got the control to go for it, you really should go for the speed in these Tabatas. This is an all-out effort.
1 and relax. 10 seconds off. You got this. I'm feeling it, as you can see, a little
Matt's
bit.
looking bored.
Here we go, the 4th exercise. We got lateral hops. 1 and go. Just little hops side to side. Some might call these kind of ski jumps side to side. You can go double foot hop if you'd like I am doing, or we got a little bit of kind of alternating hop as Matt is doing in the back.
Let your arms do some work for you, just the same they're going to do as when you're running. Okay?
2, 1, and relax. Nice work. That is round 1. You will be starting round 2 here of the same 4 exercises, so you are back to high knees in 3, 2, 1. Hit it.
Good form. Knees above hips, upright body, arms close to the body. Don't let them reach out in front of you too much. Becca's arms are in perfect position.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Everything else is screwed, but that's perfect. Keep it going.
And rest in.
Good work. Take a rest. Here we go. Next one, we go straight down into the mountain climbers. So we're in the plank position to start with. Get yourself set up.
2, 1, hit it. Here we go. Really just trying to keep everything in nice control. We know this is tiring, as we feel it just now in the video, as you are as well. Just stay in some nice control. Core's always on.
This is great work for your calf muscles, also working back and forth eccentrically, as well as your hip flexors and core. Here we go, changing it up.
And rest it out. Shake it out. You got this. 2 more to go. Going right into your split lunge jumps next. 2, 1, and jump it out. Or step it out.
Or step it out. Yeah. At a rhythm that works for you. If you can go a little quicker, go a little quicker. Keep your body nice and upright. Drop that hip down low.
We know your legs are burning a little bit right now. You got this. You're almost there.
This is the end of your week 1.
In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. It's your last exercise of the Tabata. We got lateral hops coming at you. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Nice work, you guys.
Look how happy we are that we're about to finish.
I know.
Keep the side shuttle going here. Just hopping from leg to leg.
We are screaming at the moment.
Luckily, our soundtrack is not on.
1, and that is time well done, collapsing to the ground.